GVGV everyone, DeFi Sai here, the founder of GUDVBZ token and project. I'm here with another video today to tell you a little bit more about how you can take out the rewards from your single-sided staking in an LP token and put that into the liquidity pool to earn more from that. In the last video, we discussed how you can do single-sided staking. So let's have a quick recap on single-sided staking. Single-sided staking, which we spoke about in the last video, is where you stake just one token. So in this case, you stake just your GUDVBZ token and you earn from this. Now, this is a great way as there's no risk with this. There's no risk of what's called impermanent loss, which is something that you get when you add to a liquidity pool. It's often abbreviated to IL. We'll go through and explain a bit more about impermanent loss later on, because as we mentioned last time with the single-sided staking, there's no risk of that because you always take out the actual number of tokens that you put in. So for example, if you put 1 million GUDVBZ tokens into the single-sided staking and you left that there for a month, for example, when you withdraw that, you will still receive 1 million GUDVBZ tokens. However, in the 1 month period that has been in the staking, the single-sided staking, you will have earned on that. And also, if, for example, you put that 1 million GUDVBZ token in, take 1 million GUDVBZ tokens out, and the value where it's been in has increased, the value that you take out will also have increased because you're taking out the exact same amount of tokens at the exact same market value that they are at the time when you take them out. So single-sided staking is a great way to put tokens in without the risk of impermanent loss because you're always going to receive exactly what you take out. If you do want to know more about single-sided staking, have a look at the last video that we did. If you're watching this on the GUDVBZ website, you will be able to go onto the website and see all the help guides that we've put in on there. If you're not, you can jump on the GUDVBZ website, which is wegotgudvbz.xyz. You might be watching on my DeFi Sai YouTube. If you are, just have a look at the other videos on there. It will be in there, it'll be in the GUDVBZ playlist on there, and you can have a look. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do put regular content on there about GUDVBZ, also about the Avalanche ecosystem as a whole. So yeah, it's a really good place to learn about things such as what we're talking about now, which is the ways that you can earn on your GUDVBZ token in both the single-sided staking that we discussed last time and also this, which is liquidity providing. Now, we did discuss last time that the rewards that are paid out from the single-sided staking are paid out in the form of an LP, which is a liquidity provider token. So what that means is when you get them rewards out, you are essentially earning an even mix of both GUDVBZ and AVAX, because that's what's in our liquidity pool. And the LP token is simply a token that represents both of these in a single figure. So it allows you to easily, once you receive the LP token, to add that straight into the liquidity pool in a very easy way, because you're going to be adding the corresponding amount of GUDVBZ and AVAX directly into the liquidity pool. A liquidity pool is a pairing of two crypto tokens, which in this case is GUDVBZ and AVAX. And when you add your GUDVBZ and AVAX into this pool, you receive back an LP token, which is a representative of your share in that, which, as I said, it shows you the two tokens in one as a simple way to manage it. So yeah, that's how you would add the token straight into the liquidity pool and you would receive rewards. So in this case, because we're adding into the liquidity pool, which is on the Apex DEX, the rewards that you receive from adding to the liquidity pool are paid in the native token to the DEX, which is Apex. Now, at the time of recording this video, the APR for these rewards is well over 500%. So it's a really, really good amount. It does fluctuate depending on the amount that's in. So it's really good to know. Now, I'm going to add another video over the next few days with a detailed look at the rewards themselves and what you can do with these. But in this video, what we're going to have a quick look at is how you can actually claim the LP rewards from the single-sided staking and what you can then do with them LP tokens to add them into the liquidity pool and then start earning further. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so what's the actual process for withdrawing your rewards from the single-sided staking in the form of an LP token and then adding them to the liquidity pool? So you will go to the Apex website that we were on where you added everything into the single-sided staking, which is apexdefi.xyz. From there, you will then hit the burst tab and hit the staking section on that. Once you do that, scroll down a little bit till you get to GUDVBZ. You will then go from the GUDVBZ, scroll down the GUDVBZ page, and you can see there you've got some pending rewards from single-sided staking, which is $4.13. Hit claim. That transaction will get prepared. Hit confirm. Now you might need to approve this, but I think I've already pre-approved on this one, and it's done. So you can see there the claim button has now gone orange. Hit claim. So once that goes through, you then go to the earn section at the bottom, click on the farms. If you've not done it yet, you'll have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're just above the bottom as one of the newer tokens, and you go to the GUDVBZ LP. If you click on that, if you click on the little blue arrow at the bottom there, it will open up the section. Tap the amount that you want to stake, add it in, and then press approve your spending request. So that pops up, shows you spending request, just double check your amount, press next, shows you the network fee, which is super low because it's AVAX. Press approve on that. That's now approving your spending limit request. As that goes through, you will see it now flips orange for stake. The amount's in there already, so if you want to stake the full amount, press the stake button, pending transaction, check your amount, confirm your network charges, hit confirm, transaction pending. And you can see now you have added the liquidity. Because if you see up at the top there, it's saying my deposit is $4.20, which is 2.45 thousand LP tokens. So they are all in there now and ready to earn. So you can see there that is quite easy to do. There's a few steps to follow, but once you get going on it, once you start doing it, it's really easy to do and it just comes automatically, and it is worth doing. Now, as I did mention, the one thing to bear in mind with this, if you're reinvesting your earnings from the single-sided staking into the liquidity pool, is impermanent loss. So what is impermanent loss? So impermanent loss is caused by the fact that you're adding a mix of tokens. In this case, it's GUDVBZ and it's AVAX, which when you add in, you will add in equal amounts. Now, you will always have an equal value of the tokens that you put in, although the actual amount of both tokens will change. So you put both GUDVBZ and AVAX in, let's say at this level, and the number of tokens that you have will actually fluctuate. So what you need to think about is, imagine it's based on the price of each token, of each individual token. So if you're holding GUDVBZ, and let's say GUDVBZ actually absolutely pumps, what will then happen is the amount of GUDVBZ that you have relative to the amount of AVAX that you have will then decrease. So it's the actual number of tokens and vice versa. If AVAX pumps, the amount that you have of AVAX will increase and the amount of GUDVBZ that you have will decrease. So if you take out at that point, you will then take out a different number of actual tokens of each one. Now, this isn't permanent because as the prices change, this amount will constantly fluctuate, hence why it's called impermanent loss. So this is something that's really important to bear in mind. So let's say, for example, if you're super bullish on one of the tokens in a liquidity pair and not the other one. So let's say if, like me, you believe that GUDVBZ is going to 1000x in the future, but you think AVAX is only going to 2x, you're then at risk of losing out on what you see potentially as 1000x for the GUDVBZ versus the AVAX only doing a 2x. So in that case, if you really believe in one of the tokens, what you're better off doing is simply holding your GUDVBZ, not risking the impermanent loss, and then you can keep your GUDVBZ, pop them into the single-sided staking where you have no risk of this impermanent loss. Because as I said, what would happen in that situation is the number of tokens of GUDVBZ tokens that you receive, so the actual physical number versus AVAX will have gone down, and you'll have less GUDVBZ and more AVAX tokens. So yeah, that's just something really important to bear in mind, that if you really do believe in one of the tokens that's in a liquidity pool, what you should do is probably keep hold of the token that you believe in and just go for the single-sided staking. Quite often the two tokens will move in tandem, so it's not as bad for something like this as it can be with crazy liquidity pools with totally different tokens. So yeah, just something really important to bear in mind. Also, what you can do if you're taking out the GUDVBZ tokens, if you're just single-sided staking the GUDVBZ tokens, there's a few strategies that you can look at, such as swapping your LP tokens, the AVAX side of it, swapping that just for GUDVBZ, and then going back in the single-sided staking, because then what you're going to be doing is compounding the amount of GUDVBZ you've got and also compounding what you earn from that. Or you can also cash out completely, swap all of your LP tokens, swap them to the AVAX side, so you've got just AVAX, sell them for USDC, etc., pull them out. So anyway, there's a lot of things you can do. Again, we'll look at that more in another video on what you can do with this, but what I really wanted to show you on this is how you could pop your LP tokens in. They will go into the liquidity pool, and from that you will then earn APEX. So APEX is the native token for the APEX DEX, which is really interesting, and it's a great token which I am going to look at in more detail. So yeah, if you believe in both the tokens, or you're happy with it, or you only want to put a smaller amount into the liquidity pool, this is great to do, because a liquidity pool is an amazing way of earning on the tokens that you're holding. So as I said, in another video, we'll do another video over the next couple of days, and we'll have a proper look at how much you're going to be earning what the current figures are, and how much of APEX you can earn. There is also a further strategy that you can do with APEX that's available on the APEX website, where you can convert that to X APEX and earn from that. But again, let's have a look at that in another video. This one is basically just to show you how you take your earnings out of the single-sided staking and how you can then add them to the liquidity pool to earn further. Again, in the next video, we'll discuss a lot more in detail about this and how you can compound that interest, how you can compound the amount of tokens you've got and earn more from that. So yeah, that's another video to look at. It will all just depend on what your risk tolerance is, how comfortable you feel with it, how DeFi you are, how much you like to degen. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions on this or wants to know any more about these strategies, by all means, do drop me a quick line, pop something in the comments there, let me know what you want to know about, and we'll have a look at that in the next videos. So yeah, if you want to go on the website, it's goodvibes.xyz, jump on there. We're also on Twitter. You can catch it on Twitter at GoodVibes on AVAX, and we're super active on Telegram. I will pop the link to Telegram in the comments. So yeah, jump on, engage with us, and let us know what you think and any strategies that you're thinking of, what strategies you're employing, how you are increasing your good vibes, and how you are growing your good vibes. Hope that's helped. Peace out and good vibes.